And hello, everyone. Welcome. A very pleasant good evening to everyone tuning in here live from Ives Lamel Family Field on a Tuesday evening. The Ridge Rivalry between the women's lacrosse teams of Brevard College and Warren Wilson College. The Tornadoes taking on the Owls. Second time this lacrosse season that we have seen the Owls taking on the Tornadoes here on Ives Lamel Family Field, except the first time was between the two men's teams in the battle for the Blue Ridge rivalry, not to be mistaken with the Ridge rivalry tonight, despite the same two schools. The battle for the Blue Ridge that Brevard ultimately was able to get the victory in and get the trophy. Likewise, there is a trophy here tonight for the winner of this matchup. Brevard looking to come out on top over the Owls and head to 6-10. Warren Wilson looking to pick up win number 4 here against the Tornadoes in the Ridge rivalry. The Ridge rivalry partially christened by head coach Kristen Rosado. She was a big part of the idea, the pitch to start these rivalries with the Owls. The Owls only being about 45 minutes away here from the campus of Brevard College. So once again, NATO's 5-10 on the season, coming off of a loss to one of the top teams, Southern Virginia. But before that, we're riding a 2-game win streak with an overtime win at North Carolina Wesleyan and then a 20-2 blowout win at Greensboro. They've got Warren Wilson here tonight, and then Senior Day Saturday here against Methodist. The final remaining 2 games, trying to make a push here down the stretch, are the Tornadoes. 3-5 in the USA South as of April 18th. 5-10 overall. Once again, the Owls at 3-7 overall. The Tornadoes, once again, led by head coach Kristen Rosado, and looking for the victory here tonight over the Owls, looking for the bragging rights in the Ridge rivalry. But in just a few moments, we will have final thoughts, recaps, and lineups here between the Owls and the Tornadoes here at Ives Lamel Family Field. Don't go anywhere here, folks. Tornadoes and Owls coming up in just a few minutes. Back here at Ives Lamel Family Field, looking forward to this matchup, the Ridge rivalry here between Brevard and Warren Wilson. We've got the starters for both teams. We'll start off with the Owls. Number 1, Hayden Drescher, a sophomore. Number 5, Jen Lopez, a sophomore. Number 8, Belle Cardin, a freshman. Number 12, Kerrigan Cosby, a junior. Number 16, Pamela Moore, a junior. Number 17, Kiana Dandy, a freshman. Number 18, Dylan Edwards, a freshman. Number 19, the freshman Maddie Wetmore. Number 22, another freshman, Taylor Smith. Number 27, a sophomore, Stephanie Kuroa. Number 30, Tatum Fowler, the sophomore. And number 33, the freshman goalkeeper, Christina Fishborn. For the NATOs, number 5, Danny Stavely, the defender, freshman out of Naples, Florida. Number 9, Grace Blanton, a mid-freshman, 5'2", out of Birmingham, Alabama. Number 10, Parker Moore, big part of the NATO's offense, the junior attacker out of Raleigh, North Carolina. Number 11, Emily Denega, freshman mid from Buford, Georgia. Number 12, Morgan Graham, a senior mid, 5'4", out of Covington, Virginia. Number 13, the goalkeeper, Lexi McLaughlin from McDonough, Georgia. Number 15, the mid, Cassidy Hutto, freshman out of Lexington, South Carolina. Number 20, Autumn Kramer, another big part of the NATO offense, junior attacker, 5'3", out of Stewartston, Pennsylvania. Number 21, Savannah Colliver, a junior mid out of Greenville, South Carolina. Number 22, Josh Mitchell, a defender, junior out of Zebulon, North Carolina. Number 25, Elise Moore, freshman attacker out of Pickens, South Carolina. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Tornadoes, number 32, the mid/goalkeeper, a senior out of Marietta, Georgia, K.C. Collins. The NATOs once again led by head coach Kristen Rosado in Season 7 at the helm. About a minute and a half away from anthem and introductions here. NATOs and Owls both finishing up the pregame routines and warm-ups. Ridge rivalry coming up here, Ives Lamel Family Field, Owls and Tornadoes. Don't go anywhere. Action coming here in just a moment.
Very pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ives Lamel Family Field for tonight's women's lacrosse matchup between the Tornadoes and the Warren Wilson Owls. Before tonight's announcing of the starting lineups, we have a very special presentation. If you can bring your attention to midfield, one of Brevard College's women's lacrosse student athletes playing tonight has also won an award at the award ceremony that's taken place this evening at the Academic Honors and Award Ceremony here at Brevard College. Outstanding Senior Award in recognition for academic achievement in wilderness leadership and experiential education, Casey Collins. All right, how about one more round of applause? Congratulations, Casey Collins, Outstanding Senior Award for the Wilderness Leadership and Experiential Education Program. Now it's time, folks, for the Ridge rivalry between Brevard College and Warren Wilson. Let's meet the starting lineups. First for the Warren Wilson Owls, number 1, Hayden Drescher. Number 5, Genesis Lopez. Number 8, Belle Carden. Number 12, Kerrigan Cosby. Number 16, Pamela Moore. Number 17, Kiana Dandy. Number 18, Dylan Edwards. Number 19, Maddie Wetmore. Number 22, Taylor Smith. Number 27, Stephanie Kiora. Number 30, Tatum Fowler. Number 33, Christina Fishborn. Head coach is Becky Stanford, assisted by Ann Hertzman. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineup for your Brevard College Tornadoes. Number 5, Danny Stavely. Number 9, Grace Blanton. Number 10, Parker Moore. Number 11, Emily Denega. Number 12, Morgan Graham. Number 13, Lexi McLaughlin. Number 15, Cassidy Hutto. Number 20, Autumn Kramer. Number 21, Savannah Colliver. Number 22, Josh Mitchell. Number 25, Elise Moore. And number 32, Casey Collins. Head coach of the Tornadoes is Kristen Rosado, assisted by Roya Tomasabi. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Back here at Ives Lamel Family Field, just about ready for action here. Ridge rivalry, Brevard College Tornadoes, Warren Wilson College Owls. Once again, the men had a similar rivalry against Warren Wilson, the Battle of the Blue Ridge, and they were able to come out on top victorious over the Owls. Women's team looking for more of the same as they head out. The starters finding their way out now onto the turf for both squads, and we are just about ready to get started here at Ives Lamel.
I got this. Yeah, we're good. Got the red dot here, too.
Looks like Parker Moore will be taking care of face-off duties here. Moore with 34 goals on the season, 48 total points, 14 assists. And now the face-off coming here for Moore. Yeah, we've got a late addition onto the field. That's number 8, Belle Carden for the Owls. And it looks like we're finally just about ready here Face-off, ball goes up in the air, and it is taken in by the Owls to start things off here. Looks like Maddie Wetmore with the ball. Wetmore into traffic, weaving to her right, looking around, and now she'll circle back. Wetmore goes over to Fowler. Fowler now the pass over to Hayden Drescher. Drescher looking and goes over to Dylan Edwards. Edwards finds herself trapped and now scoots back out at around the 25. Cradling, and now coming in. Looking, ranging to her right, firing, and it is off target. It'll stay with the Owls. The goal awry there, first shot of the ball game for the Owls. Yeah, it's coming around the corner now and not going to attempt to shoot. Going with a pass over to Quiora, and that one is going to be offline once more, and they've got it back. And ranging over to her left and firing and scoring is, I believe, Dylan Edwards. And it'll be 1-0 Owls early here, just about a minute in. So in the first Ridge rivalry, it looks like, or the first goal in the Ridge rivalry belongs to the Owls, rather. And it was Maddie Wetmore, not Dylan Edwards, correction. Both freshmen. Wetmore, the freshman of Whispering Pines, North Carolina, Union Pines High School. And now another face-off coming here for Moore. Referee getting him set at midfield. Just a minute in here, 13:55 to go in the first. Face-off comes, and this one will be, it's still on the ground. It's taken in by the NATOs. That's Collins. Collins passes over to her left. Kramer. Now over to Denega. Denega passes over to Colliver. Now Colliver over. And looks like we've got a whistle blown. An offsides call here against the Owls as Kramer gets it firing, and that one will be saved by Christina Fishborn as she passes it off to her right. Not able to haul it in at first, but then able to is Kerrigan Cosby. Cosby ranging, trying to get by Collins a little bit slowly as she tries to pass this one to midfield. It's up in the air, and it is taken in by Mitchell. Mitchell passes now to Kramer. Kramer on the left side. Looking around, Kramer a big asset to this Brevard offense. And she passes back over to Collins. Collins goes over to Colliver. Now Colliver up top looking around for somebody. Goes into Moore. Moore in traffic looking for something. The ball is on the ground. A whistle was blown. And it looks like it'll be going the Owls' way. Parker was led into traffic there. And looks like trying to clear out here are the Owls, and that is Jen Lopez. It looks like with the ball, she loses it, goes to pick it back up with Moore in front of her, and she's got it. Circling back now, still trying to get up the field and getting checked from behind. Now getting checked by Collins and hit, and the ball comes out. She scoops it back up and now is going to go back behind her to her teammate in the middle of the field. And now in traffic, triple teamed is Edwards. Edwards works through it, getting away from defenders, and now Edwards settling things down and cradling it around the 20. Edwards taking her time, middle of the field, now makes her move left side. Looking around, trying to range in, circling in, firing, and scoring. Edwards does it herself there, takes it in, and it is 2-0 Owls here early on here in the Ridge rivalry. NATO's had a couple opportunities close to the goal. We're not able to capitalize. One shot so far for the NATO's, 3 shots for the Owls, and 2 of them have gone through the net. Not the best start for Lexi McLaughlin, who was Defensive Conference Player of the Week a week ago. Gonna look to bounce back here after 2 early goals from the Owls. And face off, getting ready once again at midfield for more. 11:38 to go here in the first. Owls leading it 2-0. Referee holds them steady at midfield. Now giving instruction. And now stepping back, blowing the whistle. The ball is up in the air, and it is taken by Warren Wilson. Wilson down the sideline. Edwards able to stay in bounds somehow. Now ranging away from Colliver. Behind the net now, looking for some help. And now passes over to Kiora. Kiora ranging over, fakes a pass, now circling back over and passing to Fowler. Fowler goes over to Lopez. Now Lopez looking right side, and that one knocked away on the ground. Going for it now are the NATOs. It's still on the ground, going for it. And it looks like it'll be the NATOs with it. NATOs retain possession. That is Elise Moore. And Moore passes over to Collins, and they're off and running. Collins left side at around midfield. Going to try and beat her to the edge, and now passes over to Denega. It's out of her reach, and it will be on the ground. It's still being tossed around, and it looks like a whistle blown. The ball appears to have been saved by the Owl goalkeeper, Christina Fishborn. And now all of a sudden the NATOs have it back. A turnover, Denega with it. Denega left side passes over to Collins. Collins passes, Kramer. The shot is in. And the NATOs answer. It is now a 2-1 deficit. NATOs are on the board thanks to Autumn Kramer, who already has goal number 11 of the season in game number 5 played for her, coming around late after the knee injury, and now 11 goals in 5 games for Kramer. Impressive number there. As we get ready for another face-off here at midfield for Moore. As Colliver comes back into position on the near side. 10:02 to go here. Opening quarter of action, 2-1 Owls. Both teams with 3 shots on goal, 2 saves for the Owls and none for the NATOs. And this one's up in the air, and it will be taken in by Warren Wilson. Maybe not. Ball's on the ground, and then it is picked up by Wetmore, and she loses it, but it goes right to Fowler. Fowler trying to avoid checks. Between defenders, now running. Fowler cradling, looking in, heading over to the left side. Looks like she may go behind the net, try and get some space and draw something up here. Fowler now passes back over to Edwards. And that will be an offsides call. The referee's yelling some things out here. Offsides is the original call. It looks like they give them the go to play on, maybe not. And Denega looks like she's coming off here. And now Warren Wilson with the ball and the shot, and it will be offline, but we'll stay with the Owls as Fowler was right there. Fowler trying to pass this one over, and a lot of traffic here by the net. McLaughlin, they're in trouble, and this one is still on the ground, and a whistle's blown. Looks like it'll be tornado possession here. McLaughlin with it. McLaughlin Has an owl run right up on her. Now looking around and finally passing this one into Colliver. Colliver, 2 defenders behind her, passes over to her left. Collins. Collins, a relay to Moore. Moore in the middle of the field. She's got space to work with. NATO's have numbers. Moore, middle of the field, weaving to her left, slowing things down, and now she'll step it back and pass over to her right to Denega. Denega back over to Moore. Moore, the pass inside. Collins. Collins looking for someone, now passes it over to Denega. She fires, and that one is in there. It is a goal for the Tornadoes with 8:20 remaining here in the first. The Tornadoes tie it up 2 apiece here with the Owls. And they've climbed out of the 2-0 hole fairly quickly here. Didn't even take a quarter to do, and all of a sudden we are all tied back up here at Ives Lamel Family Field in the Ridge Rivalry. Emily Denega with goal number 40, even on the year for her. Combine that with 6 assists, and she's got 46 total points for the Tornadoes. Whistle's blowing. Looks like a foul. Foul's called against number 17, Kiana Dandy. Referee's very active here in these first 7 minutes. One-minute penalty for Dandy. It'll be a man-up opportunity for the Tornadoes here. Pass over to the right side to Graham. Graham now passes it over to Denega. Denega in traffic, now ranging over to her right. Whistle is blown once again. Looks like maybe another offsides call here against the Owls. And it will be. Denega bringing this one in behind the goal. Passing over, and now Collins with it. Collins passes over the net. This one is out of the reach of Colliver, and now chasing after it is Danny Stavely. Stavely able to recover that one, and it stays with the Tornadoes. This one goes up top to Moore. Moore in traffic over to Kramer. She's got it. Kramer passes Denega. Again, the shot is in there. Another one for the Tornadoes. And it is 3-2 now. Goal number 41 coming just moments after goal number 40 on the campaign for Denega. And a hot start for her and the Tornado offense, leading 3-2 now halfway through the first. Denega with goal number 41. Goals number 40 and 41 of the campaign here in the last few minutes, and 7:47 to go here in the first. So we have a face-off at midfield once again. Moore set. Face off once again between her and Wetmore, and this one is taken by Casey Collins. And the assist on the last goal going to Autumn Kramer. Nice pass from her to set things up. As the pass goes inside Denega. Denega in traffic, ball's up in the air. She's got it back. Passes back over to Colliver. Colliver trying to weave inside to her left. Now going back to Denega on the right side. Denega goes to Collins. Collins trying to get an angle. Now rearing back, passing Denega. Denega can't handle it, and it's taken in by the Owls. Owls charging up the field now. It's Wetmore. Wetmore looking behind her. She's got space to work with. Passes over to the left to Kiora. And Kiora looks over, loses the ball, picks it back up, and is checked and loses it again. Aggressive defense, and the NATOs take it, and it's back on the ground. McLaughlin chasing after it, as well as Cassidy Hutto. They're still going for it. No one has it. It's out of bounds, and it'll be NATO ball. Warren Wilson not happy with that call, but that pass is going to go over the head of the Warren Wilson defender into the stick of Collins. She loses it, gets it back. She's under pressure. She passes to the middle of the field to Denega. Denega with space now, middle of the field. In a foot race. Looking, going over to her left to Kramer. Kramer cradling now, looking around, and is going to take it herself inside. Kramer fires, and that one is going to stay with the NATOs. Offline, but the NATO's able to retain possession. Denega going after it. 6:04 and counting to go here in the first. Denega behind the goal, bringing it up. Looking around and now passing inside to Moore. Moore in traffic, fires, and that one is in there. Parker Moore with a goal, and the NATO's all of a sudden doubling up the Owls on a 4-0 run here. Parker Moore with goal number 35 on the season for her. And it is 4-2 NATO's with 5:52 to go in the first. Another face-off coming here. This one goes up in the air and is taken in by no one. It's still on the ground. Now taken in by the NATOs. That one's on the ground once again, and NATO ball. As Colliver gets it middle of the field. Colliver looking for work here. Right side in a foot race, and now will charge in and drop back out. Colliver passes over the head of Morgan Graham, and the fight for it now is going to be won by Kiora. Kiora tries to pass. Her stick is hit. She's still able to get it in there. And now tangled up is number 18, Dylan Edwards. And she's going to keep going up against Elise Moore. Tight defense here from Moore. Moore putting the pressure on. And it's like out of bounds. And now bringing it back up and getting checked from behind, able to hold on to the ball is Edwards. Edwards. Looking around. Edward getting checked now. Whistles are blown, some contact. And it looks like might have something against Colliver here, not sure. Yellow card, it appears. It'll be a 2-minute penalty against Moore. Elise Moore, not Parker Moore, rather. 4:34 to go here in the first, and a drawn-out first quarter that has been affected adversely by the referees. As a pass by Edwards goes over to Lopez. Lopez trying to get an angle, now going back behind the goal. Trying to weave her way in, and now wide open. Not able to secure the ball before the shot. It goes out of her stick for Belle Carden. Carden was ready to fire, and all of a sudden the ball just flew out of the stick. And now it is Edwards with the ball once again on the left side, picked up by Colliver. Edwards trying to get inside, trying to fire, and she will score. Edwards with the third goal for the Owls with 4:07 to go here in the first. And it is 4-3 Tornadoes here early on in the Ridge rivalry. Bit of a struggle for both goalkeepers here in the first, both Fishborn and McLaughlin. And now coming back in is Hayden Drescher for the Owls as we prepare for a face-off here. Looks like it'll be Kerrigan Cosby going against Parker Moore at midfield. And this one goes up in the air and is taken in by the Owls. That's Fowler. Tatum Fowler down the left side, picked up by Moore, now picked up by Colliver. Colliver switching on. Fowler looking around, tries to pass, and will fit it in there to Edwards. Edwards now passes middle of the field. Lopez. Lopez off and running. Middle of the field has space to work with. At around the 20, the 15. Now will keep it herself and go around. Lopez looking for something. And she'll send it over to Kiora. Kiora looking, ranging, trying to get space in, cannot. Picked up by Colliver, tries to duck under, and now will pass over to the right side to Lopez once more. Lopez cradling and now circling back at around the 20-yard line. Lopez left side working on Denega, taking her time, still has 36 on the shot clock and using all of it. Lopez charges in, now steps back as Denega comes up, and she'll pass this one over to Fowler. Fowler left side, picked up right now by Mitchell. Now she will fit a dangerous pass in there. This one's up in the air. Carden going for it, and this one is loose and going the NATO's way. Looks like Parker Moore with it on the left side, far side. Parker Moore charging and winning the foot race right now. Passes it over to Kramer. Kramer going inside. Kramer firing, and that one is in there once again for Autumn Kramer, her second. And goal number 12 for her in game number 5. 12 goals for Autumn Kramer, and it's 5-3 Tornadoes with 2:38 to go here in the first.
Hey, Phil, no iPad today?
5-3 Tornadoes, just under 3 minutes remaining here in the first. And another face-off coming here between Cosby and Moore. And waiting on something here. Unsure, Coach Rosado having some words. Doesn't seem to be words of hostility, and we're off and running. And it'll be Owls ball. Fowler with it on the left side. Coach Rosado, whatever she was discussing, she rests her case and now overlooks the field as Kiora gets the ball and loses it, and it is on the ground. Trying to get position is Hutto. She'll chase it out and it'll stay with the Owls. Fowler gets it behind the net, looking around now, and starting to circle around. Passing, Kiora. Now she fakes a pass, looking around, tries to get one in there to Carden, and that'll be out of play. Fowler. Looking around now, goes over to Kiora. Kiora passing this one. Fowler. The shot is spiked into the goal off of a bounce, and the Owls back within a goal once again, 5-4 with 1:29 to go here in the opening quarter of action. Fowler with the goal there. It is 5-4. NATO's leading as we close in on the end of quarter number 1 here. Face-off coming once again. Goes up in the air, and it'll be Owls ball. Referee signaling, and Fowler has it coming off the goal. She scored, getting harassed, getting checked. Ball is on the ground. Kramer going for it. Kramer has it. Kramer passes over to Casey Collins. Collins now gets this one over to Moore. She loses it and scoops it back up. Moore left side, cutting back. And now passing to Collins. Collins now going over to Colliver. 1:04 and counting to go here. Colliver backing up. Now resetting. Colliver tries to fit one into Nega. She can't get it. Kramer chasing after it. This one going out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Tornadoes with 50 seconds and counting to go here in the first. Kramer bringing it up. And now all of a sudden passes this one into Moore. Moore shoots, fires, and scores. Parker Moore once again. So 3 NATOs with multiple goals already in this contest. Kramer, Moore, and Denega, the big 3 offensively right now, and really as a whole. Combining for 85 of the NATO's 138 goals coming into play, the 3 players. And now they've got all 6 so far for the NATOs. 32 seconds to go here in the first. Two goals and an assist now for Parker Moore. 3 points for her. Under a minute to go here in the first. 32 seconds exactly, and the Owls get this one. It's Edwards. Edwards weaving between Collins and Denega there now in the middle of the field, looking around, and will slow it down going behind the goal. And now she'll pass this one over out of the reach. Collins has it. Colliver rather, passes over to Moore. Now Moore going for Collins and overshoots her. This one will go out of bounds. 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and that'll be it for quarter number 1. The NATOs in an exciting opening quarter. 10 combined goals between the two teams. NATOs are up 6-4. 10 shots on goal, 0 saves, 7 shots on goal for the Owls, and 3 saves for them. As we head to the second, 6-4. NATO's leading it here. Don't go anywhere.
We're not really training our students to simply have a job or a career. We're training them to eventually be leaders in their field or in their industry or at their company. And I think that aspect is also what inspires our students to think about entrepreneurial activities and starting their own businesses.
Here as we get ready for the second. NATOs and Owls ready for a draw control here. Apologies, been using the men's term of face-off. A draw control coming here. Looks like it'll be Autumn Kramer taking care of that, not Parker Moore, who it has been. Moore, Denega, and Kramer, 6 combined goals, 2 apiece between the 3 of them. Once again, combining for 85 of the team's 138 goals coming into today's action. I guess that would make it 91 out of 144 now after that first quarter. High scoring affair here so far. 6-4 NATO lead. And the NATO's losing ball control 7-3. Draw controls, rather. Losing draw control 7-3 in the first. This one goes up in the air, and it will be Denega able to haul it in. Denega, middle of the field, passing to a wide open Moore. Moore going inside, shooting and scoring. A hat trick for Moore early on here. Her third goal, and it makes it 7-4 NATO's. 10 seconds into the second here. Call that efficiency. For the 7th time already in this one, the tornado siren going off, signaling a NATO goal. Third one there for Parker Moore. She's got 3, Denega has 2, and Kramer has 2 as well. And the assist will go to Denega, her second, so 4 points for her. So an offensive explosion thus far. Season high in goals is 21 for the team. Obviously, we're a long way from that, but just looking at the figures. And this one, draw control taken by the Owls. It's Edwards. Edwards right side getting pushed towards the sideline, and she almost steps out. Doesn't, though. Now in the corner with Moore. Elise Moore. And now she tries to go back behind the goal. Edwards trying to charge in, looking for anybody, and still with it. Guarded closely by Elise Moore. Edwards still trying to make her move, and this one will be going the NATO's way. Whistles blow. The signal is given for NATO's possession. And now Elise Moore passes this one to McLaughlin. McLaughlin looking for work. That one is hit out of her stick, but the whistle is blown. It'll stay with the Tornadoes. McLaughlin passing this one. It's Colliver. Colliver, middle of the field. Kramer. Kramer running, passing it over to Moore. Efficiency passing the ball right now. Moore cutting over to the right. Now goes to Denega. Denega, chance to make her move. NATO's with numbers right now. Nice move. Denega inside, dodging a check, and now the whistle is blown. That was shaping up to be a really good sequence there on the offensive end for the Tornadoes. But the whistles blow, and it'll have to continue after bringing it up. First free position shot for the NATOs, and now Denega going in, firing, and scoring. Count it. And now a hat trick for Denega. She's got 5 points, 2 assists to go with 3 goals. And so now Kramer, if the tendencies are anything, if the tendencies tell us anything, Kramer will be the next one to acquire a hat trick, because we've got one for Parker Moore. We've got one for Emily Denega. And now if Kramer knocks in another, we'll have 3 NATOs with hat tricks already. It's 8-4. Folks, we're not even 2 minutes into the second. And this is just a great offensive output right now from the Tornado offense, as Kramer coming in the middle of the field and getting ready for another draw control here. Looks like some kind of call being ushered into Coach Rosado. Draw control up in the air, and it'll be going the NATO's way. Kramer passes this one in a tight window to Denega. Denega looking for Moore, right side, passing, going into Parker Moore, and just off there. Could have had goal number 4 for her already, but instead it'll be Owls' ball. About 2 minutes into the third here. Looks like we got an engagement warning on Casey Collins. And now bringing it up is Cosby. Cosby losing the ball. Collins has it now. Collins left side being harassed, getting past her defender, and now a whistle blowing. And these referees are blowing their whistle every chance they get NATO's holding an 8-4 lead. About 2.5 into the second. Collins looking around in traffic, gets this one away. Passing this one knocked out of the hands of Graham. Now under the goal, everyone fighting for it. It's on the ground, a whistle blowing, and we will see what the call is here. It looks like it'll be Owls' possession after the scrum by the goal. Couldn't really tell where the ball was or who had it, but it'll be the Owls. Or no, it is Kramer charging in and firing, and that one is in. Right as I was saying just a moment ago that Kramer was the last one needing a hat trick, she gets it. It is 9-4, and 3 goals apiece for Emily Denega, Parker Moore, and Autumn Kramer. Just an absurd scoring output right now for them. A timeout coming, and we will be back in just a moment. The NATO's exploding right now on the offensive end, 9-4. 14 shots already and 3 goals apiece from Denega, Moore, and Kramer. 9-4 NATO's here at Ives Lamel Family Field, Ridge Rivalry. We'll be right back. Back here in the second quarter of action between the Owls and the Tornadoes here. 12-17 to go. And a 9-4 lead for the Tornadoes. The offensive end, the execution has just been as good as you can ask for if you're head coach Kristen Rosado. 3 goals from Emily Denega, 3 goals from Parker Moore, and 3 goals from Autumn Kramer. 3 hat tricks already, and we're not even at halftime, folks. We might just see how far each one of them can run it up, but it seems like they're taking turns on who gets to score. As this draw control goes up in the air and is controlled. No, it's not. It's on the ground. Now Denega is controlling it. She has it. Passes long over to Moore. Moore in space. She's got another one. Parker Moore with goal number 4, and now you got to figure either Denega or Kramer's about to get goal number 4, because that's just the way this thing's gone so far. 10-4 Tornado lead, and I mean, this is just wild. It is a 3-headed monster for the Tornadoes on offense, and they just can't be stopped. Simple as that. The Owls, a tough time with all 3 of these Tornadoes, Moore, Denega, and Kramer. Once again, 3 goals and 3 assists for Emily Denega now, 6 points for her. And as I mentioned, Autumn Kramer only playing in her 5th game of the season. She's got 13 goals in those 5 games now and counting. A chance to add on to that as she gets ready for a draw control, brings it up in the air and almost hits it to herself, but Denega with it now on the left side. Denega cradling, looking for work. Passing this one over to the middle of the field, Collins. Collins now inside to Kramer. Kramer shooting, and no goal, it looks like. Hit the net. Kramer was close to getting her fourth there. 11:54 to go in the half. Free position shot coming for Kramer. She fires, and she has got this one. There's Kramer's fourth. And now, what you got to ask yourself, is Emily Denega about to get her fourth? It's kind of been a pattern thing here. They all reached one, then they all reached two. They all reached the hat trick, and now Kramer and Moore both have four. So you got to assume Denega's fourth is coming here in a minute. 11-4. Already 5 goals in not even 5 minutes of the second here. 11-4 lead for the Tornadoes. Almighty. 16 shots already as opposed to only 7 for the Owls. 6-0 run for the Tornadoes dating back to the first quarter when they were up 5-4. And the Nados are rolling. Another draw control coming here. And Kramer able to win this one, passing it over a little bit behind Collins, and the whistle's blown. It'll stay going the Nados' way. Collins now passes over to Kramer. Kramer left side goes right back to Collins, middle of the field. She's got space. Collins, middle of the field. Nice tight pass over to Moore. Moore looking for work. She'll circle back and wait. Now she goes over to Graham. Graham passes over to Colliver, goes back to Graham, and a whistle is blown. Free position shot coming here for Colliver. Colliver going inside, firing, and she's got one. So finally a NATO not named Denega, Kramer, or Moore has one, and it's Colliver. 12-4 and just absolute, wow. The route is on, folks. Grace Vaught coming in. And now the NATO's still perfect 4 for 4 in free position shots. So some lackluster defense from the Owls on those, to say the least. 12-4 Tornado lead. Folks, we're not even 5 minutes into the second here. Some really drawn out quarters so far, whether that's due to refereeing or just straight barrage of goals from the Tornadoes. A lengthy first half, and we've still got 11:22 to go. This one going up in the air. Denega going for it. She can't get it, but Kramer can. Kramer scoops it off the ground, trying to use her leverage on the left side. Now circling back and passing to the middle of the field to Casey Collins. Collins inside to Moore. She can't handle it. It's on the ground. It is going to be picked up, maybe. And it will be picked up by the Owls. It's picked up by Fishborn, ultimately the goalkeeper. Collins comes and is shadowing her, and she passes this one, and it is out of the reach of Vaught. Not able to be hauled in. Still on the ground. Going for it now is Denega. It's up in the air. And now Morgan Graham going for it. Denega going for it. She's got it. She passes inside Collins. Collins shoots, and she has got it. Another Tornado goal, and it is 13-4. Casey Collins gets in on the scoring. Collins with goal number 33 on the season for her. (13-4), and I talked about it earlier. It was too early to say. Season high in goals for the NATOs is 21. Folks, they've got 13, and we're not even at halftime. Denega's 4th assist, so now 8 points for her. Or 7, rather. 7 points for Emily Denega. 3 goals, 4 assists. Jumping the gun there on that 4th goal a little bit after the tangent I went on about it. Apologies there as Kramer going for another draw control here. This one's up in the air and possessed by Kramer. Kramer down the left side now. Big presence on offense. Kramer, middle of the field, passing. Nice pass, not able to be handled by Denega. Chasing after it is Vaught, and she will not get there, I do not believe. And it looks like she did get there. NATO's possession. Coming in from the corner now is Vaught. She passes over to Collins. Collins, now to Graham. Now Kramer, middle of the field, goes over to Denega. Denega weaving inside. She's got a crease. Going inside, shooting and scoring. There's goal number 4 for her, and now she has 8 total points. 14-4 Tornadoes, and this is getting ugly here at Ives Lamel Family Field. (14-4) Brevard. And never wanted to jump the gun here at Brevard, but NATO's looking in prime position right now to win that Ridge Rivalry trophy, but still a lot of ball game to go. Never know what could happen. NATO sitting pretty right now, though. 9-0 run once again. And an interesting note, if you don't remember, the Owls started this game off on a 2-0 run, led 2-0, and ever since then it's been 14-2. NATO's outscoring them, including a 9-0 run here, dating back to the first. Another face-off, or draw control coming, rather, for Kramer. This one going up in the air, whistles blow, and it'll be going Warren Wilson's way. Feel like we haven't seen Warren Wilson on offense in a while. As Collins harasses, this is Edwards trying to get the corner, and she will, weaving under Elise Moore. And now to the right side. Looking around, ducking under. Still with the ball is Edwards. Edwards, middle of the field, looking around. And now she will pass. No, she'll have it taken away. Taken away by Denega, and now Collins passes Vaught. Vaught not able to hold this one in. Going for it, her and Lopez. Lopez chasing after it. She'll win the foot race and get the ball. Trying to avoid Parker Moore, and she does. Now weaving over to the right side. Kramer coming inside, and she will deflect that one. It's staying in play. Kramer's got it. Kramer trying to weave between 2 defenders. There's contact. It'll stay going the NATO's way. Parker Moore with it now in the middle of the field. Moore going inside between 2 defenders, losing the ball. A flag going up in the air. And now Danny Stavely, looks like she's about ready to come in. Colliver coming off. Free position shot coming here for Moore. Moore is going to fire and score. Parker Moore with her 5th. And it is 15-4 Tornadoes. Parker Moore sounding the siren once again. She's got 5 goals. Came into the afternoon with 34. She is now at 39. One more and she'll reach 40 just in one contest. Running clock now in effect here at Ives Lamel Family Field. A beatdown getting put on Warren Wilson by Brevard right now. 15-4. 5th goal being chipped in there from Parker Moore. And it is all NATO's here in the Ridge Rivalry first half. Kramer ready for another draw control here. Whistle blows, ball goes up in the air, and it'll be going the Owls' way. The initial signal was Tornadoes, but now reverted to Owls' ball as Edwards passes this one over to Fowler. Tatum Fowler, middle of the field. Goes over to Lopez, right side. 6:05 to go. Running clock once again in effect. Lopez trying to get inside, and this is the best offensive possession they've had in a while. Drescher gets it left side. passing a high arcing pass over the head of Fowler. She's chasing after it, and it looks like she'll get there. The ball does die anyways. She does get there. Now Casey Collins coming in. Collins maybe thought about trying to run up, but has to stay behind the red line as Fowler. 5:35 and counting to go, down 15-4. Looking around and weaving, spinning, shooting, not able to hit it, but Kiora is right there. Kiora looking for a pass, and instead will take it herself for now. She will shoot, and McLaughlin with another save. Ball's picked up by Kiora. She shoots again. She can't get it. McLaughlin knocks this one away, and it is another save for her. She gets checked, loses the ball, whistle blows. And now McLaughlin getting some space to throw this one to whoever she may choose here. McLaughlin, long pass over the head of Stavely, but brought in by Collins. Nice recovery there. Collins hit, and it'll be staying with the NATOs. Collins getting checked, losing the ball. Another whistle blown. It'll still stay with the NATOs. Collins still has it. Passes over to Moore now on the left side. Moore circling back, coming towards the middle of the field. Passes over to Vaught. Vaught charging inside, right side, losing the ball, and it is picked up by Fowler, who is hit from behind by Denega, and a whistle is blown. Lopez tosses this one back over to Fishborn, and she'll look over to her left. Now middle of the field, still hasn't passed it. Parker Moore right on top of her, and Parker Moore deflects this pass, and now Fishborn will try to do it again, and she will get this pass over to Dandy. Dandy doubled, harassed, losing the ball now. It is Wyke with it. Wyke trying to pass it. She loses it, and now coming after it is Parker Moore. Parker Moore with it, dancing on the sideline now. Tries to pass this one and does over to Morgan Graham. She loses the ball. It's on the ground. Graham going forward. Whistle blows, and it'll be going Warren Wilson's way. Left side now, Cosby. Cosby looking around, getting pushed near the sideline, stepping out. No, not stepping out, rather the whistle was blown for another reason as Fowler gets this one in the middle of the field. 3:18 and counting to go in the first half. NATO's leading at 15-4. An onslaught here so far at Ives Lamel. McLaughlin with another save here. Nice. Looking over to her left and now ranging over to the right. Still not finding anyone, and now she'll go over to Mitchell. Josh Mitchell passes this one, and it's intercepted by Kiora. Kiora ranging between three defenders, dodging all three of them. Now passes over to the middle to Edwards. Edwards has it, charging inside in traffic, losing the ball. It's up in the air, and it'll be going the NATO's way with 2:43 and counting. The NATOs right now have more goals than the Owls have shots. And that tells you all you need to know about the story of this one. 15-4 Tornado lead. Not only are they putting these shots up, they're putting them in. And that is why there's an 11-goal lead already here in half number one for the Brevard College Tornadoes in the Ridge Rivalry at Ives Lamel Family Field. This one's going to be brought up by Hutto. Hutto weaving around, going back behind to Moore. Moore middle of the field, passing over to Collins. Collins getting a crease, going inside, passing now to Wyke. Wyke passes, brought in by Moore. Now inside, looking, shooting, Stavely, a whistle, and it looks like the goal is good. Stavely puts one in, and it's 16-4 Tornadoes. This one has been out of hand for a minute, but it's getting progressively more and more out of hand the longer it goes. 1:40 to go. Stavely putting one in. And now Parker Moore with the assist, by the way. Now the scoring output for the Tornadoes quadruple that of the Owls, 16-4. And simple statistics and probability lesson to tell you that the NATOs are looking good in this one right now as to taking home the hardware for the Ridge Rivalry. Folks, if this result stands, stay with us after the game. Should have some post-game interviews from a couple of NATOs here. As Denega, middle of the field, passes over to Graham. Now back to Denega. Denega circling back. Now goes over to Stavely. 42 seconds to go. Stavely bringing this one over. And now getting instruction from Coach Rosado. Shot clock is off. As Denega gets it and passes over to Collins. 26 seconds to go. See if they just ride out the half. Graham with it. Now going over to Collins. Collins passes inside. Kramer. Kramer will pass this one back out to Denega. 12 seconds. Over to Collins. Inside Graham. Graham spinning around, losing the ball, picking it back up, firing, and it goes over to White. 3, 2, and 1, and that will be the half. Mercifully so, we are headed to the break. 16-4 Tornado lead here. 4 goals from Emily Denega, 5 goals from Parker Moore, 4 goals from Autumn Kramer, a goal from Danny Stavely, a goal from Casey Collins, and just an absolute downpour of Tornado goals here at Ives Lamel Family Field. About 10 minutes away from resumption of action here, the Ridge Rivalry. NATO's leading at 16-4 here over the Owls, and we will be back here at Ives Lamel, NATO's and Owls.
The Brevard College Wilderness Leadership and Experiential Education program is the most distinctive in the nation. I think one of the reasons why is because it is so focused on experiential education in addition to the outdoor education component. They are developing their leadership skills out in the field with each other.
My internship was on Schooner Lynx. She's a 122-foot topsail schooner. She's a replica of an 1812 privateer. My job on Lynx this summer was a deckhand, and because of the skills that I've learned at Brevard College, such as program planning and lesson planning and different techniques to teaching to different ages and different types of people, I was promoted to the job of educator. This summer, my professor, John Buford, knew that I'd be at sea quite a bit, and he really worked with me. And when I would come into port, I would call him. He would always answer. He was really quick to respond with my emails, and not just to say, I got your email, but he would talk about what was going on and ask me questions. And it was really cool to have somebody like that to support me for the summer and really help me succeed.
You should come to Brevard College in the Wilderness Leadership and Experiential Education program because you will become a leader, a strong, ethical leader. And that can be applied to any field, anywhere you go, whatever you do in your professional career. And it'll be a whole lot of fun as you learn those skills.
Anybody who is interested in leadership skills and outdoor skills should definitely think about Brevard. It's an incredible place and a great place to be a part of.
One of the hardest things that every college student experiences when they first come to college is, what am I going to do with my life? What am I going to study? What am I going to be good at? And here at Brevard, you can take a music class, a wilderness education class, environmental science, English, anything. Unique experiential education. You meet with your professors, you meet with students that you actually see every day. You get to excel in the subject that you chose.
Finding a way to mix my passion for mountain biking, art, and career together really happened during my internship.
You should come to Brevard College because you will become a leader, a strong, ethical leader. And that can be applied to any field, anywhere you go, whatever you do in your professional career.
Here's a recipe for success here. It's great.
Before I got to Brevard College, I didn't know what experiential learning even was. We have all the rivers, Pisgah National Forest, DuPont State Forest, just all the resources are around us. So the location is why environmental studies is so great here.
With experiential learning, it's not always field-based. We do quite a few things in the lab as well, so you get opportunities to do hands-on research in the lab. But whenever possible, when you can get outdoors and see what's actually happening, it's different based on the conditions that are outdoors, and you can never predict those. So a day that it's raining and cold, you're going to see different activity levels among the animals and plants than if it's a day that's sunny and warm. The courses that I teach are all based in the outdoors. My specialty is biodiversity, so I teach a course in biodiversity, but I also teach courses that are unique to the area that are called Plants and Animals of the Southern Appalachians. Here at Brevard College, one of the things that we do really well is interact with these students who are undergraduates in a way that prepares them for graduate programs. That's what we can do at Brevard College. We can get these students who are interested in a particular area, help them find a path that is tying together their interest with what our background, the backgrounds of the professors can do, and then position that student in a way that few undergraduates can be positioned to go on to a graduate program or to go directly into the field.
And welcome back, everyone, here for the second half. Tornadoes and Owls Ridge rivalry. The Nados a scorching hot first half offensively. 16-4 lead here as we head back from the break. 5 goals from Parker Moore, 2 assists. 4 goals from Emily Denega, 4 assists. 4 goals from Autumn Kramer, 2 assists. Savannah Colliver knocking in a goal. Casey Collins with a goal and 2 assists. And then Danny Stavely with a goal herself. Stavely, her 6th goal of the season. Casey Collins, her 33rd. Parker Moore all the way up to 39. Came into the game with 34. She's got 5 already, up to 39. And a draw control coming here for Kramer. And Denega now on the right side has it. Looking around now, passing over to Collins. Collins switches hands, now passes inside. Kramer shoots, and she scores. Autumn Kramer with another one for herself. 5 goals for her. Her and Parker Moore both with 5. And again, if the trends continue, Emily Denega bound to pick up number 5 here any minute now. They've sort of been switching off with each other all game long. Denega, Kramer, and Moore. Now Kramer and Moore both with 5. Denega still at 4. Does have 4 assists, which is more than either of the other two, but trying to join the 5s club here in a 17-4 game now. Running clock in place once again. As the draw control comes, and this one going up in the air. Kramer fighting for it. Kramer scoops it up, now passes over to Collins. Collins has a clean look and passes it to Denega. Denega, middle of the field, left side, going over to Moore. Moore moving quickly, passing it inside Stavely. She can't handle it. Denega picks it back up, and she's got it. Running behind the goal, Denega. And now she passes over to Collins. Collins over to Kramer. Kramer shoots, and that one is saved by Fishborn. And now she'll pass this one off, maybe. Passing this one, it'll be picked up on a hop by Kiora. Kiora running with it now, middle of the field, passes over to Lopez, right side. She can't handle it, and it's picked up by the Tornadoes. Looks like Hutto with it, losing it now. Kiora has it, and she gets hit, and it'll be going Warren Wilson's way. They'll disperse. As Kiora passes this one to Lopez, and she cannot handle it, and then does. Scoops it up. And now Denega closing in on her. She'll circle back. Right at around the 30. Now middle of the field going over to Fowler. Tatum, Fowler, trying to pass it inside. It's taken away by Denega. Denega weaving, passing, and now taken in by Parker Moore. Moore left side. Lopez chasing her, trying to check, and now loses her. Moore weaving into the middle of the field, now goes over to Stavely. Stavely with numbers. Stavely, right side, gets an angle, goes inside, passes it. Kramer shoots, and she's got goal number 6. 6 of them, a double hat trick for Autumn Kramer here. Wow. 18-4 Tornado lead here. So coming into the game, Autumn Kramer had played 4 games and scored 10 goals. Now she's played 5 games and scored 16 goals. Pretty efficient rate there, if I say so myself. And Kramer walking back to midfield, ready for a draw control once again, leading 18-4. NATO's still not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now. 2 goals in the first 4 minutes of the second half. 13-0 run for the Tornadoes, dating back to when it was 5-4 Nados in the first quarter. They've just taken off and hit another gear since then as Kramer wins this one and is taking it up the left side, being pressured by Edwards, trying to circle around, trying to fit this one into Collins, and does. Nice pass. Collins dropping it as she tries to run and cradle with it, and now this one's coming up the middle of the field. It is Wetmore, and she gets hit hard, and the whistle's blown. Now they're bringing it up the other way. This one is going to be lost by Kiora and brought in by Morgan Graham. Graham up the far side, left side, and now going over to Collins. Collins surveying. Going inside still. Now slowing it up a little bit. And she'll look around and let everyone get set. Obviously, no rush on offense when you're up 18-4. As Graham gets this one, it gets hit. And whistles blow. It'll stay with the Nados. Graham brushing that one off. Under 10 minutes to go here in the third. And Graham passes this one over. Nice move by Colliver. Colliver going right back to Graham. Graham passing that one inside. Denega in traffic, losing the ball, and it's taken by Warren Wilson. This looks like Edwards maybe coming up the field. No, it's Wetmore. Wetmore losing it, getting it over to Edwards now actually. Edwards, middle of the field, tripped up, and it'll stay with Warren Wilson. She takes a hard fall on the turf of Ives Lamel Family Field. Rosado still coaching her team hard from the sideline as Edwards tries to take this one in and gets shut off by Elise Moore. Now going inside once more, circling back to her left and trying to fire. It's saved by McLaughlin with ease. And she'll pass this one over to her left to Mitchell. Mitchell can't handle it and then does scoop it up. Edwards trying to come in on her, and Mitchell is getting checked. The ball comes out, and Mitchell going for it. It is going to be scooped up by Casey Collins. Collins now going to Colliver. She can't handle it, and Collins scoops this one back up. Casey Collins doing it all now. Left hash. Being chased from behind by Fowler. She defers over to Kramer. Kramer with 6 goals already. We'll see if she gets any more. Kramer going inside. She might be thinking about another, and this one will be checked out of her hand. She's going for it. She's got it back. Kramer around the goal, now passing this one to a streaking Colliver. Colliver cutting back now, going over to Moore. Moore can't handle it. This one is picked up by Colliver. Colliver trying to go inside, still holding onto the ball. She's tripped up and a whistle's blown. A little bit of a hectic sequence there. Play resumes. Colliver going inside, and she'll circle behind the net. Pass this one over to Moore. Moore going inside. She shoots. She scores. Parker Moore knocks in her 6th. Her and Autumn Kramer have combined for 12 of the 19 Tornado goals, and Emily Denega has 4. So that is 16 of the 19 NATO goals coming from those 3 players. Wild stuff here. Colliver, Stavely, and Casey Collins with the other 3 goals, in case you were wondering. 19-4 Tornado lead. The clock still runs here at Ives Lamel.
Our students
Brevard College is
6:50 and counting to go here. Draw control coming between Fowler and Autumn Kramer. NATO's season high in goals is 21. They're 3 away from breaking that. See if they get the chance to get there or not. As Kramer knocks this one up in the air, and it is taken by Edwards. It'll be Owl ball now being pressed by Denega. Denega trying to check from behind. Edwards weaving in and out of defenders. Now passes this one over to Fowler, but it's too long, and Mitchell is able to scoop this one up and bring it the other way. Mitchell getting checked. Whistles are being blown, and it looks like she might have stepped out, and it'll be Owl possession. Kiora coming around the goal now with it. Picked up by Hutto. Passes this one over to Lopez left side. Lopez thinking about charging in on Denega, and now she'll cut back. Coming back around now left side, and we'll see how aggressive she is here. Lopez trying to come around now. Denega still there, not giving her an inch. Trying to get around the corner now. Denega still there. Good defense from Emily Denega. This one shuffled over towards Fowler. She's got it. Coming around the edge, beats Mitchell to the edge. She shoots and she scores. So the run mercifully comes to an end here. A 14-0 run is broken by the Owls, and it is now 19-5 with 5:03 to go here in the third, and Parker Moore heading towards midfield for a draw control. Ridge rivalry action here at Ives Lamel Family Field, Tornadoes and Owls. And Tornadoes running away with this one right now, 19-5, under 5 minutes to go in the third. 6 goals from Parker Moore, 6 goals from Autumn Kramer, 4 goals from Emily Denega, and a few other Tornadoes have chipped into the scoring here. Parker Moore came into the day with 34 goals on the season. She has now reached the output of 40. 40 knocked in the net for her this season, and here comes the draw control between Moore and Fowler here. Referee with some sort of instruction here. And it looks like Moore being exchanged for Kramer for some reason. Not sure what's going on with that, but now Wyke coming back in, the freshman attacker out of Taylorsville, North Carolina, Alexander Early College. And now Moore being tended to, whatever the issue was. This one goes up in the air, and it is taken by Denega. Denega passes this one over to Kramer, and now Kramer's in the clear in the middle of the field. Passing over to Stavely. Stavely trying to maneuver, now goes over to Wyke. Wyke passes this one, and it is knocked up in the air in the area of Vaught, but Vaught able to get to it. Vaught cutting back, passing over to the left side. Denega now, under 4 minutes to go in the third. 19-5 Tornado lead. Emily Denega passes this one to Kramer up top. Kramer trying to get some space here. 6 goals for her, a little spin. She can't get much space and now wants to go over to Graham and does. Motioning her out, and Graham trying to weave inside, losing the ball. It's on the ground. It's picked up by Warren Wilson. It's checked and knocked back on the ground. Kramer has it. Now Stavely has it. Stavely firing, and that one will roll and stay in play. Casey Collins will go after it. 3:20 to go. The pass is picked up by Grace Vaught. Whistles are blowing. And it looks like they're resetting the shot clock here. That is exactly what they're doing. 3:14 to go here in the third. And Vaught goes over to Denega left side. She passes over to Kramer. Kramer not shy about scoring in this one. She's got 6 going inside, maybe trying for another one in traffic. Passes this one over to Collins, and it's another goal for her. Casey Collins with goal number 2 on the evening for her, and it is 20-5 Tornadoes. Tornadoes a goal away from tying their season high, 2 away from breaking that mark here in the second to last game of the regular season. 2:40 remaining here in the third at Ives Lamel Family Field. Tornadoes leading 20-5. Kramer coming off. Draw control here is taken by Denega. So Nados will keep the possession. Left side, Denega charging up, circling around, and now going over to Moore. Under 2 minutes to go here in the third. NATO's leading it 20-5, 142 and counting, as this one goes over to Graham on the right wing. Up top now, Denega to Moore, and now Collins. Looks like they might do sort of the same as they did at the end of the first half and play sort of that four corners offense and just go around the horn. Graham gets it now, going back to Denega. She'll defer over to Moore. Moore now circling towards the middle of the field. And now to Collins. 43 on the shot clock. Graham passes over. Denega. Wyke. Now Collins. Whistle's blown, and it looks like an owl is down. It's Lopez grabbing the back of her head, hoping she's all right, and ball will roll over towards her, and she'll bring this one up. Over to Fishborn now. The goalie passes over to Lopez, and she cannot corral it. It's on the ground. She's still going for it, and now she does have it. 28 seconds and counting to go here in the third. Lopez up the right side, and she is still tangled up with Mitchell, and down the sideline all the way down the field now. Mitchell walling her off, and now she finally passes over. Pass up in the air. Collins going forward. Whistle blows. 3, 2, 1, and that'll be it for the third. The NATO's tack on 4 goals, including Autumn Kramer and Parker Moore's 6th goal each in the period. Be right back for the final period of action here. NATO sitting pretty in the Ridge Rivalry. 20-5 lead when we get back. Here for the final period of action here between the Owls and the Tornadoes. NATO's with the commanding, to say the least, 20-5 lead here over the Warren Wilson Owls in the Ridge Rivalry. Looking to finish it off here and take home the hardware, and more importantly, take home win number 6 on the season. In a dogfight right now, a game behind Huntington for the 6th spot in the USA South. As Denega takes this one in. She'll pass this one over to Moore. Moore trying to chase after it, and will scoop it up off the ground. Going over looking for Vaught. This one gets past her, and Moore will chase after it and scoop it up. Passes over to Collins. Now Denega. Over to Graham. Graham guarded closely by Lopez now. And now switched on to, and now Lopez back on her, harassing and checking. Graham cradling, trying to get inside, looking around, losing it, getting it back, firing, and nearly able to knock one in. Not quite, though, as Fishborn sends this one over, and the pass down the field. This one taken in. Nice little footwork there. And able, hard contact. Elise Moore hits the ground. Maddie Wetmore charging up the field at this one. Coming around behind the goal, and that one is knocked out. Whistle's blown. So NATO's a big, if they can finish this one off, it'll be a big win as they trail Huntingdon. Or rather, will not affect conference standings. Apologies there, as Warren Wilson is not a USA South opponent. So it will come down to senior day against Methodist. And depending what happens with Huntingdon, as the shot is fired there by Wetmore. Clock continues to roll as the NATOs are up 15. And the free position shot here is knocked in by the Owls, and they've got 6. Free position shot knocked in once again there by, I believe, Wetmore. And it is, and now it is a 20-6 Tornado advantage with under 13 to go. Another draw control coming here for Kramer going against Fowler. NATO struggled with these a little bit in the opening period. It was Parker Moore and Autumn Kramer sort of took over the duties mid-game, and NATOs have been coming away with a lot of these, and it looks like they will do the same here. They will. Parker Moore with it in the middle of the field. Whips this one over to Collins now. Looking for White. She scoops it up and loses it. Ball still on the ground, going for it, fighting for it, and this one will be still on the ground. Moore goes for it, and looks like they'll call it against Moore, and it'll be going the Owls' way. Came into the hard check. Carden trying to run around and get a pass in. She loses the ball, and another whistle blown against Moore. And Carden will pass this one, a lob pass down the field to no one, and it will actually, no, it'll get out of bounds. Almost was able to be recovered there by Fishborn. As Drescher now missed that one. Drescher in the goal, Fishborn in the field. Fishborn had been keeping for the Owls, and now she loses her stick and the ball. And it'll be going Tornado way. Colliver weaving, trying to get around defenders, and losing the ball, gets hit hard. It'll be going NATO's way still as the clock continues to tick. 10:35 and counting remaining in this one. And now Grace Vaught with it, going down the right side. Nice little move there. Vaught trying to pass this one, loses the ball, but Inega's right behind her to pick it up. Goes over to Parker Moore on the left hash near side. Moore over to Kramer. Now Graham. Graham cradling, now getting pressured. Graham going inside, firing, and that one is saved by Drescher. Graham has been close on a couple. Hasn't been able to knock one in yet, though. Carden coming up the right side. Mitchell trying to close in and check. Cutting back now is Carden. She loses the ball and scoops it back up. Now going over to Lopez right side. Lopez passes to Fowler. Fowler with an opening. We'll see if she takes it. She will not. She'll hold the ball steady. And will instead pass this one to Kiora, and she fires. Cannot hit. And McLaughlin looks like she'll pass this one out. Trying to find someone. Looks like everybody's covered, and instead she'll go near side to Mitchell with 9:20 and counting. Now Colliver, middle of the field. Going around, now passing. Middle of the field, Denega has it. Denega not pushing the pace too hard. And now passing this one over, not able to be handled by Wyke, but she scoops it back up. Wyke had an open opportunity. Now she goes over to Autumn Kramer, who has 6 goals. Kramer near side being checked, looking for Graham, can't hit her, but Moore will chase after it and get it. Moore, left side looking for Graham. Graham cannot get it, and she will be able to recover this one. She loses it once more, being harassed by Lopez. Lopez kicking the ball and able to get it. Right side, and now passing over to Kiora. Kiora looking for Wetmore, and it's over her head. And now fighting for it, Mitchell and Wetmore, and now it's taken in by Edwards. 8:03 to go. Whistles blow. It'll stay with the Owls. Under 8 minutes to go now. 20-6 Tornadoes. Here at Brevard College, Ridge Rivalry action here. NATO's up, and that one knocked in the goal by, I believe it's Edwards once again. And it is Edwards. She makes it a 20-7 contest with 7:34 and counting to go. $7:15 and counting to go. Kramer at the midfield awaiting a draw control. We'll see who. It looks like Fowler coming up to get ready with her. 7 minutes to go here at Ives Lamel Family Field, and this one seems to be all but over, and it looks like all that's really left to be done is to play out these last 6:54 as Denega takes this one in and passes over to Moore. NATO's will advance to 6-10 on the season if this result stands, which it likely will. Obviously, once again, corrected myself, not a conference opponent, so will not affect conference standings. And where the NATO's finish in the conference will have largely to do with what happens against Methodist Saturday as Autumn Kramer knocks another one in, her 7th of the contest. Autumn Kramer not taking her foot off the gas. And it is 21-7. The NATO's have now tied their season-high mark in goals scored. 21-7. Autumn Kramer, just to check back up, now 5 games played and 17 goals scored. A ridiculous figure for Kramer, especially in this one individually. 7 goals. Autumn Kramer now individually has matched the scoring output for the Owls. Another draw control coming here. 5:35 to go. Kramer flips this one up in the air, going after it, and she can't bring it in. Lopez has it. Owls back on offense. Now pass over to Fowler. Fowler in the middle of the field. Now the right side. Pass inside. Kiora can't handle it. Going for it with Stavely. A whistle's blown, and it'll stay with the Owls. Under 5 minutes to go here now. NATO's about to walk away with the victory in just a few minutes and about to walk away with the hardware and the bragging rights in the Ridge Rivalry, similar to the battle for the Blue Ridge that the men's lacrosse team was able to be victorious in a couple of weeks ago against the Warren Wilson College men's lacrosse team. This time it is the women's lacrosse team in the Ridge Rivalry that are about to take home the trophy. So it'll be a clean sweep for the Tornadoes over Warren Wilson in the lacrosse department this season. Also, the Brevard College women's basketball team was able to take 2 from Warren Wilson this past season. So the NATO's athletics programs having some success against the Owls so far. And a free position shot coming here. An attempt for the Owls as we sit at 21-7. And now a bit of a holdup. We got referee coming in, maybe moving a couple people a little bit. And now the shot is offline, and it'll stay with the Owls. Kiora looking around and cradling and losing the ball. Kiora looking around now, going over to Fowler. 4:15 to go before the NATOs can wrap this one up. Looking, passing, and McLaughlin able to save this one. Under 4 minutes now, McLaughlin lofts a long pass down the field, and it'll be taken in by, no, it's still on the ground, and fighting for it is Vaught. Lopez going for it, and she comes away with it. Lopez, long pass over to Carden. Sorry, and now Edwards with it. Edwards charging inside, losing grip of the ball. It flies out of her stick and goes out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Owls. 3:23 remaining in this one as the shot is knocked in there by Lopez, and it is 21-8 with 3:13 to go. Clock still running as they'll send Kramer back to midfield for another draw control. Now Casey Collins coming off with 2:35 and counting to go here at Ives Lamel Family Field. The Ridge Rivalry. Big time offensive performance for the NATOs, matching their highest scoring output of the season at 21. As Kramer goes for this one, and Lopez able to steal it. Charging up the field now, passing to Kiora. Kiora in between defenders, trying to find some space. Stavely, nice defense, but slips off, and now Kiora trying to charge inside, losing the ball, going for it, and able to scoop it back up. Under 2 minutes to go, 1:55 and counting before the NATOs can celebrate. Kiora coming around, firing, and not able to knock that one in. A save from McLaughlin. She's harassed. She tries to pass this one over to Colliver and does so successfully. 1:40 to go. Colliver bringing it up the field. And if they just hold the shot clock this possession, they could take most of the remaining game time, but we'll see what approach the NATO's offense takes here as Graham dumps this one off to Colliver at midfield. 1:21 to go. About a minute to go on the shot clock. NATO's leading 21-8 as Kramer gets this one left side. Now over to Moore up top, and it does look like a conservative offensive approach. As Moore cradles, maybe not. Moore going inside now, and a whistle blown. It'll stay with the NATOs. .47 seconds and counting to go. And a free position shot is knocked in by Parker Moore. Her 7th now. Her and Autumn Kramer have combined for 14 out of the 22 NATO goals. And with that, the NATOs have their highest scoring output on the season at 22. 20 seconds to go in this one, and we'll see if they even line it up for the draw control at this point. 13 seconds remaining, 12, 10, and the Tornadoes are going to take the Ridge Rivalry here at Ives Lamel Family Field, a 22-8 blowout victory over the Warren Wilson College Owls. 7 goals from Parker Moore, 7 goals from Autumn Kramer, 4 goals from Emily Denega, a couple from Casey Collins, and then a few other NATOs knocking some goals in as well. NATO's just an unbelievable effort. A 10-0 second period helps propel them to a 22-8 victory here in the Ridge Rivalry. Stay with us. We'll have coverage of the celebration by the Tornado team. We have the trophy presentation, and we will have some interviews here after the contest. 22-8 NATO victory, and we'll be right back here from Ives Lamel Family Field. Back here at Ives Lamel Family Field, more coverage of the post-game celebration. The victors of the Ridge Rivalry, as you see, holding up the trophy for the Ridge Rivalry, the Brevard College women's lacrosse team. a 22-8 blowout victory, and we will have Autumn Kramer and Casey Collins on for interviews here in just a moment. Some post-game interviews from two of the stars of this one. As you see, the team convening and getting a photo with the trophy here, Ridge Rivalry. Brevard College taking both trophies in rivalry games against Warren Wilson in men's and women's lacrosse. The men's a few weeks back taking the battle for the Blue Ridge Trophy against Warren Wilson's men's lacrosse team, and then obviously tonight the Ridge Rivalry. Brevard once again victorious in that one. So lacrosse over Warren Wilson, able to get victories in both of these newly christened rivalry games. And once again, in just a moment, we will have Casey Collins and Autumn Kramer on for a post-game interview session. And hold tight until then, folks. We will be right back here. Ives Lamel Family Field interviews coming here in just a second. 22-8, the NATOs victorious and picking up win number 6 on the year.
we were looking good. You follow that?
I just know a bunch of them. Back here at Ives Lamel Family Field, again, a 22-8 victory for the Tornadoes, aided by a 10-0 second period after leading 6-4 after one. A 10-0 second period, 4-1 third. And they actually outscored 3-2.
Leave it on one until I get them completely set, and I'll tell you. Okay?
Take a look at some of these stats here. 10 points for Parker Moore, 7 goals, 3 assists. 2 points for Danny Stavely, a goal and an assist for her. 4 points and 4 assists for Emily Dominga. Before those 4 assists, 8 points for her. Autumn Kramer, 7 goals, 3 assists, 10 points. So 20 combined points, 20 to 22 combined points. Parker Moore and Autumn Kramer were responsible for. Savannah Colliver with a goal and an assist. Casey Collins, 2 goals, 3 assists. We'll have her and Autumn Kramer on here in just a moment. Shots by period, 10 shots for Brevard in the first, 12 in the second, 5 in the third, and 4 in the fourth. Clears by period, Brevard 4 out of 5 in the first, 3 out of 5 in the second, 3 out of 3 in the third, and 2 out of 3 in the fourth. Saves by period, no saves in the first, 3 in the second, 1 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. Women's on total turnovers, won the turnover battle 22 to 19, lost the foul battle 8-7.
You want me to turn this to something decent? Wait a second.
By period, Brevard 3 in the first, 8 in the second, 5 in the third, and 3
That's a burp on camera.
fourth.
Are you on one?
NATO's with a 22 to 8 victory, and don't go anywhere. In just a moment, we'll have Casey Collins and Autumn Kramer here on for a post-game interview after a victory in the Ridge Rivalry here over the Warren Wilson College Owls.
And grab that headset.
Have that here for you in just a moment here. From ISML.
I'm sweaty.
NATO's and Owls post-game coverage coming right now. Brady Penn back here at Brevard College, Ives Lamel Family Field. The Tornadoes once again with a 22-8 blowout victory here in the Ridge Rivalry. And I've got 2 of the players of the game, Casey Collins and Autumn Kramer here. Autumn, I'll start with you. Obviously, you missed a lot of the season. This is only your 5th game, I believe, correct? Coming off of a knee injury.
Yeah.
And you brought your total up to 17 goals in 5 games, so pretty good efficiency, if I do say so myself. And how much of a relief and how much of a blessing has it been being able to be back on the field here in the home stretch after having to sit out for so long at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, I've been so grateful for like a speedy-ish recovery with no complications. It feels so good to be playing lacrosse with my teammates again, especially the seniors that are going to be leaving me.
So 6-4 after the first, right? And then you guys just go on a 10-0 offensive explosion, which you aided a lot of. Both of y'all did. Both of you scoring in that second. What switch was flipped there? Did Coach Rosado say anything, or was something changed? What happened in between that first and second to where you guys just went crazy?
She didn't really say much. She just we tried to run a new defense in the first quarter, so I think our defense was just a little bit like off. They were trying to put in the new stuff, and then our offense just like had to work some kinks out real quick. But she just said like, get it together. I know you guys can play better than that. And we always start out like a little bit like easing into it for the first half for some reason, but after that we were good to go.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we came out in that second quarter with a lot more energy, and I think that really made all the difference.
So, Casey, you were honored before the game. For anyone that missed it, you won Outstanding Senior Award in recognition for academic achievement in the Willie department, and obviously upsetting that you weren't able to be at the ceremony, but I'm sure that this is a more than exciting return. Talk a little bit about that and about just being a student athlete and trying to be a role model to some of these younger players.
Yeah, being a student athlete for any sport at any school is really difficult, but the support here at Brevard College is insane. I have never had issues with my professors making up assignments for missed games, for missing class for games or anything like that. They are incredibly supportive. They come out to games. They let you know, they're like, hey, you're leaving for a game today. Like, good luck. Have a good time. Let me know how it goes. And they're just awesome. And especially the wilderness leadership professors, I've had such a good relationship with them.
Absolutely. So, Casey, for you, 2 goals, 3 assists, kind of taking a little bit more of a backseat in the scoring department, although you did still knock in 2. What were you kind of sitting back and seeing on both ends of the offensive side, both assisting and scoring?
I was really excited to watch my favorite juniors score. Parker and Autumn really started taking the lead, as well as Emily, one of our star freshmen. I have really enjoyed watching them develop over the past 3 years and being able to see them start to take the lead away from me as I'm about to leave.
Absolutely. So, Autumn, you and Parker Moore, who we just talked about, combined for 20 points in this one. 7 goals and 3 assists for Parker, 7 goals, 3 assists for you as well. And obviously, like she said, Emily Donego with a huge game. How does it feel knowing that you have that many offensive weapons and that many solid running mates that you can rely on to score goals aside from you running out there with you?
It feels so good. We know that if a team was to try to take, like, face guard one of us or defend one of us really hard and take us out, we have other assets on the field. So it's really nice to, like, know that I can trust them with the ball. I can trust them cutting through the 8. I know that they're going to catch it. They're going to put it in the back of the net.
So both of you, I've got the trophy right here for the Ridge Rivalry. This is my second time being able to do some post-game interviews after a rivalry victory over Warren Wilson. As you guys know, the men's lacrosse team was able to win the Battle of the Blue Ridge against Warren Wilson, and now you guys were able to take home the hardware against the Owls. And is that sort of a special thing, being able to share sort of an inaugural rival trophy against the same school with the other lacrosse program here?
Yeah. They always come out and support us when they can, and we do the same when they're at home. And it's really exciting we saw them win, and now they get to watch us win, and it's just something I think really fun.
It's like a new rivalry we created, so I'm like really excited to watch this go on next year and hand it down to our younger players. Our men's team always supports us. A lot of them are like close friends with us, so we love coming out and watching them play too.
100%. So you guys took care of business tonight, obviously not a conference opponent. Now you have senior day on Saturday against Methodist, and coming into play tonight, you guys, a game behind that 6th seed, Huntingdon. How important is it, and how much are you guys looking forward to coming out and trying to take care of business against Methodist, a USA South opponent, on Saturday on senior day?
Yeah, it's really important that we come out and play really strong and get the win if we want to go to postseason, which I think we definitely do, and I think we have a really good chance. Senior day will be a big deal for all of us. Me and Morgan have been here for a long time and made really good connections, so it'll be sad, but I think it'll give us a lot of energy and a lot of fire to come out really strong.
Yeah, I'm going to cry my eyes out because I'm going to miss Casey and Morgan so much. But I think it's going to get us so pumped to win. Like, I'm not done playing. I know Casey and Morgan aren't done playing. I got a lot of games to make up for, so I'm still ready to keep going.
Well, ladies, 12 o'clock on Saturday against Methodist, senior day here.
Yeah.
Actually, a scheduled change, 11 a.m. against Methodist on Saturday, senior day. Looking forward to it. I know NATO Nation will be tuning in. We got Casey Collins and Autumn Kramer. Thanks for joining in. Winners of the Ridge Rivalry, 22-8 over the Owls here from Ives Lamel Family Field. I'm Brady Penn. This is Casey Collins and Autumn Kramer signing off.
Bye.